Want to turn that down, Hunter? Put on headphones, something. Come here when you're talking to me.
I said I would put on headphones, but my headphones haven't been working on my Chromebook.
Why? They plug in.
I know, but no sound's coming through.
Are they plugged into the right hole?
Yeah.
So your headphones don't work.
It only worked for Connors.
I don't understand. I plug into my headphone jack, it works. I plug into my headphone jack down here, it works. I don't understand. I'm live streaming. Keep it down, alright? I mean, I don't know anymore. These kids, they're like beyond nuts. Tell me what does and doesn't work. Really? Are you serious? You know? My headphones don't work on my computer. Oh, why don't they work? I don't know. Anyhow. Anyhow. Like I said, it drives me nuts. It really does. Because I sit back and I say, hey, y'all boys need to do this. Y'all boys, come on now, do this. And it seems like by the time that they go to their father's house, then to come back here. Ooh, wifey, let's see what she wants. He told me he didn't have any accident. Alright, well. I got a message, wife. But like I said, I mean, I don't know how to deal with this. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe people like online here can help me. I don't know. I mean, I get problems out of the older two. Actually, just one of the older two. The other one really don't give me any grief. But the younger... The middle child. Let's go with that one. The middle child gives me problems. He gives everybody problems. And I figured it was like... because he's the middle child, you know? But no. No. I figured it's... Hey, he probably wants some attention, whatever, you know? And he's having a hard time man, look at that crap. I got one wheel down. You see that? Alright, I figured, hey, it might be because, you know, him being the middle child of, you know, of all three of them. Maybe that's why. Oh, he's like, well, yeah, you don't pay enough attention to me. Okay, so we try to pay attention, we try to have a good time. Then it's like as soon as we go to start paying attention to him like he wants. Can I get on my computer? You know? So do you want us to pay attention to you or do you want on your computer? I want on my computer. It's like, oh, so you don't want the attention unless, you know, it benefits you in some way. Yeah. That's all I care about. is me being benefited, and I don't care about anybody else and how they feel or anything like that. That's basically what we get out of him. So, I mean, it's plain to see why I get angry with the kids. But I know, I was there too. I caused a lot of problems myself. I really did. I caused my parents to, like, go gray, I swear. I caused, like, war in the household. How I acted. So, I mean, I can see, to an extent of where everybody's coming from, I try to do what I can to be very understanding. I try to do what I can to be very, respectable about it. I don't know how many other words there are to put for it, I try to be as good as possible for the whole situation. But, man, it's just... If you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you've had kids, you probably know what I'm talking about half the time. Kids don't drive me nuts. No. And then if you've dealt with today's world with kids, you understand the other factor that goes along with it. Yes, it is the government. And them telling you how to deal with your kids. You're not allowed to, talk to your kids like that. Yes. Threatening to spank them is bad. Hey, what's up? You're back! Oh man, but yes, having kids is like very, very, very difficult in today's world at times. You better fit in that door. Because everybody knows how to raise your kids but you, it seems. Like my parents, they come in the house and oh my god, where's your son's sippy cup? You should know exactly where he put his sippy cup or you have not been paying attention to him. That's exactly what I got out of my parents the other day, and it's like, are you kidding me? You drive me nuts! Well, you've been here for 2 hours. Where is his sippy cup? Well, I don't know. Well, then why ain't you paying attention to him? You pay attention to him more than you pay attention to me. No, we don't. See how these conversations turn out? We do not pay attention to him more than you. Okay, what was the conversation I had like when you first walked in the door? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Oh. But you do pay attention to me, but you just don't pay attention to me. Oh man, there we go. Trying to straighten this place up, make it look like halfway presentable, you know? I don't even dare to lift that one up. I really don't. I ain't even trying. Okay, that will be fine right there. Alright, come back over to here. Man. Here we go. I hate all these bushes. Sometimes I think I like grandchildren. I like to pass on all the lessons I learned from my dad and my grandpa. Well, now, here's a way of thinking about this, okay? Because I'm not very bright. But here's a way to think about it. Who said that you can't and you won't? It's not about the fact of having them right now or not having children, okay, at all. I have friends that don't have children. They can't have children. Or there's complications with having children, alright? I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios for the whole thing, so I'm not going to say it's one size fits all on it. But it's like, you can still pass on the lessons. It's just how. Like on here, okay? Think about this. I mean, as I play this here, if somebody actually went through and like paid attention to what all I've talked about over the years I've been on here, okay? Ooh, no. If somebody just paid attention to over the years that I've been on here and the things that I've talked about, I mean, you would see, this is like a book to me. This is the book of my life type deal. My sister and her husband didn't have kids, and it's sure thing I'm not gonna wisdom dies with me. I'm old, fat, ugly, and gay. Not gonna happen. I'm missing the whole ordeal. So you're stating, okay, that you cannot have anybody to pass down any lessons to. Notice how I'm putting this. It's the fact of how. You don't have to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do it as it. Oh man, come on. As like, hey, this is the only way by having children to pass down lessons and everything else. And speaking of the whole gay thing, we just had our Pride Parade, as we called it, in Erie. I guess it went really good. A lot of people had a lot of fun there, which I'm happy for them. But you put it into a factor of, is all your bedding downstairs? Get it all down there. You put it as a factor of, hey, this is the only way. It's really, you're so far from it. You really are, you know, if you think about it. There are so many ways to give lessons, you know what I'm saying? Me, like I said, I do all these lessons on here. I have these like real conversations. You know how I don't, how can I put it? I do not play this game and only talk about the game, you know? I talk about how life is. I talk about how people are. I talk about joking around and all this other stuff. I mean, that's how I see it. I used to. Richard, my legs are shot now.
Huh?
It is now? Okay, go find a book. Go find a book. But yeah, I mean, there's this whole new world to everything. And Don't you have a wheelie chair? I like those things. Walmart has them all the time. But, I mean, just to show up to them. I found out this, okay, because, I mean, I got friends that are gay, whatever. I think it's kind of cool. They are some of the best people I've ever been around. That's why they're my friends. This one dude, he marches because he is not. How does he put it? It's not about what sex the person is. He's one of the ones that's like pansexual or whatever you want to put it as. And him and I have our conversations, and it's awesome when we have our conversations, because not a lot of people around me can keep up with the subjects and everything with me. We have this whole thing about trying to talk really, really sophisticated to each other, because we understand each other. If that makes sense. His mother and brothers, whatever, are not as intelligent as he is. He was born like different, trust me. And me and him, it's like I said, we have these conversations, and they're some of the best conversations in the world, honestly, because I will say something that he does not like, and the thing is, when I say these things that he doesn't like, it's to get his view out of it. You know, he knows as well as I do that we are two people that we can just like go to each other for mental support, and people will be able to, well, if nobody understands us, it's we do, you know? Because me and him have our separate little disabilities. I mean, I'm going to be able to call it a disability. I believe that highly intelligent people have disabilities that are just as bad as lower intelligence people, because higher intelligence people, they expect, society suspects how is it? Society expects you to be of one type of person, and you're supposed to be highly intelligent. You're supposed to be able to do this. You're supposed to be able to do that. And what they don't understand is people that are more intelligent. I'm not going to say I'm really like extremely intelligent, but me and him keep up on theories like string theory we can do together. You know, we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about how people's actions versus reactions on different things. We talk over people's head on like D&D. I mean, we can be talking over people's head on a lot of different things, and they get it. I had a friend like that. He died back in November. Well, that's why you come to my channel. I mean, this is the cool part about my channel. It's, as you know, it's not all about farming. It's not all about this or that one subject. I mean, you've seen it so many times. How many different conversations have we went through in one night, you know? It's not about the whole just farming on here. I don't want it to be just about farming. I want it to be about that branch being gone. Oh, that's so much better. But as you see, it's not about just one thing on here. That's why I like my channel. I would love to have... Shut up, dog. I would love to have like that 1,000 subscribers, you know? I would love to have all the cool stuff and get all the awards and all that on YouTube. I mean, I would love that. But the thing that actually means more to me than that is the connection from doing all this. Honestly, as I see it, I see this here as kind of like a whacked out safe haven for people. That's how I want my channel to be. You know? I want people to be of any type. We're all going to joke. We're all going to pick on each other. Whatever, you know. Simple stuff like that. But I want my channel to be more of, hey, come on. You know, bring the problems. Bring whatever it is that's bothering you for the day. I want that to come into my channel. I think that's more valuable than, you know, getting all the subscribers in the world. That's what I value more. The interaction with the people. And I don't know if other people are getting that or not with my channel, but it's just how I feel. This is really the only social interaction I have other than AA group. Oh, well, AA is kind of... I have this whole thing about trusting AA because whether it's alcoholics, drugs, whatever it may be, I've noticed that a lot, not always, okay, but a lot of the time, the people go there just to support their habits. I'm not saying everybody does it, but a lot of people, because I talk to the AA counselors, and they're like, yeah, you know, they're fully supporting what I'm saying on this, and it's like, really? So the people don't care about getting help, and they're like, no. I'm like, wow, that's sad. I got into it about the whole, I need the help, I need to do this, I need to, you know, I need to get out of my situation, I have to do this, and that's how it worked with me. I started hitting up counseling and all that because of the whole issues that I was having. And, I mean, it really helped out. Oh, what's bothering me is I spent all my money. I have to leave myself enough to have a cultivator. Oh, dude, I know the feeling. That's bad. So, what do you think you should get rid of? What do you think will solve the problem? Whoa. Gotta make sure I can make this swing. And go up. The only reason why I like this tractor. Well, actually, it's... Overall, this is a pretty good tractor. You think you could downsize a tractor, maybe? Or is everything spent for just that one big one? Well, yeah. I don't need to help out drinking. I stopped drinking 3.5 years ago. I don't feel the urge to drink. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good. Gonna sell some land. Uh-oh, Mama's home. Mama's home. The boss has walked in. But yeah, I mean, it took a bit to get off of the drugs for me because I didn't see any hope in anything. I was in that type of marriage that I hated myself because I guess everybody else was better than I was type deal. I mean, it was bad, bad. Of course, it was. The liver's kind of important in the body. You know, just a wee bit. Aha, there we go. Yes. The wife has come to wage the war. Man, I can't even think of what movie that is now. That TV show or whatever. Oh, The Witcher. Yeah. Where that one queen, like, flips out and she's like, I'm gonna go into battle. And I will slay everybody. That's who the wife's turning into right now. I swear. Oh, ear itched. Ear. Beautiful. Well, and you know what? Honestly, I'm gonna say this in a really screwed up way, but trust me. Because of that, you might save somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, screwed up way. Alright? This is where my screwed up thinking always comes in. I try to take every negative and turn it into a positive in some way, shape, form, thought, or idea. Okay? Alright, good. So, the negative, this is happening to you. The positive, maybe you're the one to tell somebody else, hey, this is seriously what happens. This is what can happen. I'm not going to guarantee it, but this can happen. And it can get really bad for you, and I hope it don't. You know? Maybe you can be the one that pulls somebody out of their train wreck. It's kind of twisted, but what pulled me out was hate. Yeah. How you like that one? What pulled me out of drugs was hate. I was trying to drink myself to death. I very close to develop a... doctors found everything I've been hiding from them. Ew. But yeah, like I said, I mean, what if you're the one that, like, says to somebody, hey, yo. You know? That's how I try to see things. People are like, why do you always look at the morbid, bright side of things? It's like, because it's true. It is honest. Like I have foreman ask me, why are you in the fire department? I said, well, I don't do it for me, 'cause I don't get paid. Oh yeah, Yeah, they do. We've had people like that on our ambulance type deal, and it's bad. It really is. These people think that it's like, oh, just fun and games or whatever, and then it's like, hey, I can do whatever I want, blah, 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 blah. I mean, we've seen it on the ambulance before. I can cheat death and you have to take care of me? Yeah, that's another thing that we've seen. And what's really, really screwed up on the whole thing is when they try to cheat it with us, well, they tell us that they can cheat death as much as they want type deal. You know? And we basically say, one of these times, you might not get it that lucky. There might not be somebody here to protect you next time. And these people are like, well, what do you mean you have to? We're volunteers. They don't understand that. And I think it's kind of sad. The people don't understand what volunteer actually means. And then what's even worse about it is when we beg for more volunteers and nobody wants to help. But they expect, when something goes wrong, they expect us to be there for them. It's like, dude, what if I want to go on vacation with my family? Oh, well, you need to be here in case something happens. You know, that's what the public thinks. What if you get like 5 or 6 of us that go on vacation with our families? That's half of the people that go. Yeah, for some reason I've always gotten second chances after my big screw-ups. Oh, Jeremiah Brooker, what's up? I mean, I've got a lot of second chances. I have in life. My mom always tells me, hey, if it wasn't for bad luck, you wouldn't have it. And it's like, I thought about all this, and you know, she's kind of right. I've had a lot of bad luck in life. But, honestly, you know what? It hasn't held me back. It really hasn't. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy trying to help people at whatever cost it may be to me. Honestly, I've came home after calls and everything, and it's just things didn't work out right type deal, and the wife and I get into a little bit of an argument, a little bit of whatever, you know? These are things that just happen. Are we fine afterwards? Yeah. Does she want me to go out on every call? No. Do I screw up sometimes and go out on calls I shouldn't go out on? Yes. Or sometimes the call just takes forever. You know? But I do it. I do it for other people. And yes, honestly, Become a volunteer. You know why? Because here's a great reason. You can do it. You don't need legs to be a volunteer. You don't need... I'm saying even at the fire department, you don't. You don't need to be able to be like jumping in and out of an ambulance. You don't need that. One thing that they need at fire departments is people to help raise money. We're getting a truck redone. We're getting our ladder redone. I mean, it's just a minor little charge of about $230,000 to get our ladder truck redone. You know? We need people to help raise the money. That's what we need. We need people to run around and help out with stuff. You know, one simple thing that you could do that'd help a lot is go into the fire department, become a volunteer, and say, hey, I'm going to look up different trainings for people, and I'm going to look up different ways to get people more motivated to want to join. There you go. I want people to be motivated and join. I want people to realize that they got thousands and thousands of hours of training that they can do. And you're ready for some of the best parts of the training? I try to tell everybody this. It's free. Yeah, it's free. Where else can you go to school, do classes that you want to do? And you can do classes where you're like running in and out of buildings that are on fire. And where else can you do... What is wrong with you? Oh my god, it's doing the bouncy bounce. But where else can you go into these like burning buildings and cut open cars like a tin can? You know? Or you go into these schools and tell these kids, hey, by the way, you want to learn something really cool? You all want to be nurses and stuff? Well, yeah, we want to be nurses. Yeah. We want to get into the medical field. Our parents told us it was really good. Well, join the fire department, and what can happen is you can actually get into the medical field and not pay. You can become a nurse and not pay. How do you like that one? I mean, the people don't look at that. We've paid for like one or two nursing students. We paid for most of their schooling. I don't understand why more people don't go, ooh, I want to be a nurse. Let's join the fire department. And some of the coolest parts is, on my ordeal, some of the coolest parts is, you get to actually go in and do the nursing without being certified for it at the given time. You know, you get to do some of the stuff that you're going to need to know on the test. So imagine being able to say, oh yeah, I know this. Well, how do you know it? Oh, I did it last week in an ambulance. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah, around here in Pennsylvania, I believe the age limit is 14. And when I say it's 14, I mean it's like 14 by the time that you can start jumping on a truck and going to the fires. Yeah. I mean, some fire departments, I heard stories, so I cannot confirm nor deny. Like, kid gets into the fire department and they say, oh, well, we're going to work on a truck right now. And it ends up with the kid actually driving the truck at like 14. Yes, I got 3,000 gallons of water right here at my disposal. You're 20? So, I'm way too old for the age limit. Okay, well here, I'm going to call this one on ya. One of our, senior guys at the fire department is 85, I believe. So, too old what? I believe we have another guy that's close to his 90s. That is a member of our fire department. So, let's talk about this age thing. Let's have this age conversation. Hey, I'm just telling you. What's up, Beauty?
So why did you say no to the cake?
Cake. Oh, was it for Connor? What's the cake for? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, I thought it was because Connor wanted a cake for something. I didn't know. That's what I thought it was for, because that was our subject, and you just jumped subjects on me, and it caused me to get confused, and it hurt my feelings.
I thought you said no because
Oh, I don't care. You can get the cake done like 3 weeks beforehand. I don't care.
I asked her if you could
Okay. Alright. But yeah, like I said, I mean, Jeremiah, thought for the whole joining the fire department?
cupcakes.
Okay.
They're welcome to
Okay.
me. That's what she wants.
She wants a nurse cake.
Yeah.
And you're gonna write hello nurse on it. Oh, yeah, you can get into that. But like I said, for the fire department, I believe Erie, Pennsylvania, for firefighters there, is approximately $80,000 a year. Do you have to be a firefighter in Virginia? 18. A lot of places, I mean, you can do your training and everything. In high school. You can do your basic training stuff in high school. Just you're not allowed to go into a live burn until the age of 18. I believe that is the rule. No live burns until the age of 18. You can do exterior burns, basically where you're spraying the walls and stuff like that, putting up curtains, basics like that. But you're not allowed to do an interior burn where you're actually fully suited up and going in until the age of 18. But yeah, I mean, firefighting in cities. Here's a simple thought, okay? I know a guy who, I think it's in Georgia is where he's working now. He was a volunteer. He was our chief and everything where I'm at. And then he went to a city and he's working in the city. He works 10 days a month. He gets like, I don't know, $70,000, $80,000 and works 10 days a month. So if you think about the whole thing, okay, for your PhD, for your mental health and everything, check out your colleges back and forth, because certain colleges will give credits back and forth, you know what I'm saying? And if you're in the fire department, what happens is you can take college level classes and credits and everything that can actually go towards your electives and stuff like that for college. So you technically won't need to take as much. And if you do like the medical training, like EMT training, whatever, you can use that time as an EMT, whatever, for some of your other credits and everything that you would need for college. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So you get paid to be an EMT, or train as an. You get free training to be an EMT. Then you can go become an EMT and have that pay for your other classes and everything. So yes, use everything you can. Really do it. I mean, we talk about this all the time. You figure, to be a nurse, okay? I'm going to go back to this one. To be a nurse, you have to have all these credits and everything and all these different classes, and you can go, hey, yo, I got EMR training here, which is emergency medical responder. Yeah, EMR, emergency medical responder training. And then I took an EMT, with this college here, because these are actually colleges that's doing this. So I took my EMT with this college here. And when you go to college for whatever classes, okay, because I know even with mental health you have to take some medical classes and everything. In the process of doing that, what you're doing is basically saying, oh, by the way, I got all these classes already, so how many credits are you giving me again? Yeah. That's just something to look at. And you're looking at going into these colleges, whatever, and already having credits, already having this, already having that. So, I mean, you would be prepared for some of the classes. Like, I know when I went to college for my psychology degree that I just dropped out of. Don't ask. I mean, if you want, whatever, but my psychology degree that I dropped out of, I went to college and it's like, I'm never going to use this. I'm never going to use this. And then I took my EMR classes. And when I took my EMR classes, I said, oh, I have a leg up because I had to take this crap in college. Yeah. And that's that's pretty close to how it went. I had a leg up on the whole thing on some of the people that was there, because I had some of these classes already from college. So it's like, if I already had the classes in college and everything, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So what if I already had the classes before I went to college? I wouldn't have had to even take them classes. So if I went as a firefighter before going to college, all right, and got EMR, credits and all this and all that, I would have saved thousands of dollars going into college. Yeah, seriously, saved thousands going into college. That's how scary that is. Just by saying, oh, by the way, I've already done this. I'm certified. And when they say, yeah, what's so special? You're really certified? You can be like, yes, this is my national registry number. And for some odd reason, when you can actually read off your national registry number and you pull that little card out of your wallet, that's national certification. And you look at them and say, so, you got something like this, right? You see where I'm coming from on it? I mean, these are the simple thoughts of just joining the fire department. Oh, and by the way, those classes were free. every year, just about, we offer EMT classes and we offer EMR classes like every single year. Oh, I have 200 subscribers now? That's awesome. Thank you, everybody. I need more subscribers. I had like 197 earlier today. I've been trying to push for 1,000, you know? Just because of the guys at work. I want to prove them wrong that I do have like conversations with people. I do talk to people. This is a cool channel, whatever. But the people at work I kind of annoy. Because I can talk for hours and hours to people and talk about everything and nothing all at once. And it bothers the guys at work because they don't like that. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, I'm gonna have some corn. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. But yeah, like I said, I mean, going into these medical fields and everything, why not? Why not? So, I got this buddy at work. Good guy, good guy. His daughter is a traveling radiologist type deal. And she like put all of her stuff in storage and became a traveling radiologist. I mean, it's like she's making 170 something, 140 something a year. And all she's doing is like putting the money in the bank. She don't pay for rent. She don't pay for any of that because she just stays at the hospital or the hospital's extra rooms or whatever. It's time for me to watch local news. Been good talking. I'm glad to talk to you. I'm always glad that you're like joining into my conversations, even if they are kind of nutty. I'm always glad to have you here. But yeah, she's a traveling radiologist, and I mean, she makes bank. And it's like, oh yeah, she just works a few days, you know, here, a few days there type deal. And he's explaining her work schedule to me and everything. It's kind of goofy, whatever. It's not my style, but whatever, she likes it. And then it's like she'll take a month off and travel to all these countries. And then she goes right back to work. And the rest of the money she just puts in savings. Oh yeah, well, what's she drive? Oh, she drives like hobo cars or whatever. But she can always really afford like really nice cars, but she just don't want them. She drives a decent car and she makes lots and lots of money. And he's explaining this to me and I'm like, really? Then he is explaining how she just don't want to settle down, you know? She's happy as who she is. I'm like, that is so cool. There we go. Why is this not picking up the corn? It says growth is 6 out of 6. Is it harvestable? I gotta check. Crop types, hurry up, hurry up. Growth. Now I gotta find me on the map. Oh! Yes, yes, yes. It's like final stage. I can't believe that crap. Final stage not ready yet. I mean, if I had something to turn it into, like, chaff, it'd work. It's not ready yet, which, October. Well, I don't have the, turned on. This is all I have turned on. I don't actually have the whole, you know, crop cycle ordeal. I kept that off because I really just don't want to deal with it. Like, field rocks, I don't want to deal with it. Alright. And these are really short for being sunflowers. They really are. What if I go into here and hop out real quick and hit the sales button again? Am I gonna make a little bit more cash? Dun 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 dun! Puppy power! Man, another 5 grand. That's pretty good, honestly. Hey. That's really good. I'm making decent over here, you know? Oh man, now I just have fast forward time again. I mean, I just, it'd be nice if I could just boom overnight, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, corn, it's usually ready in October area. You are right about that. Yeah, we do a lot of corn around here. When did you start playing Farm Simulator? I think like 9 or something like that was my first time. And then I'm like getting away from it, and then all of a sudden I came back to it when it was like, I don't know, 13 or something like that, 11, 13 area. I came back to it, and when I came back to playing it, it's like, oh yes, because I was playing it on the Xbox, and when I started playing it on the Xbox, I thought it was really cool. I can't remember the map. Actually, the map would tell you about when I started. It's the one where like the cattle and it was before you could cut the trees. I believe cutting trees was in 15. So it was before you could cut the trees, and the cattle and the sheep and stuff were all at the very like south middle of the map. And I believe field 7 or something was down there. You know? It's not able to cut it still. I know, it's called wishful thinking. Luckily I can run the crops over. I disabled that too. But yeah, I mean, that's when I started playing. You know, you had the old Dutsfar to start out with, and it was... And your tractors, no matter how big of a trailer, I mean, honestly, I could hop into this tractor and pull the largest trailer, and all the tractor would do. You ready? I'll show you. I'll show you what the tractor did. Yep. Give me a half a second to get hooked on. And this is all the tractor would do. Right here. Yep. I can pull it up the hill. Just this is how I'm pulling it. Where do you get your PC from? Cyber PC, I believe it is. Yeah, Cyber PC is where I pick it up. I picked up mine. I mean, the wife and I just got together, and we've been married since 18, so back in 2017? 16, 17 is when I got this. So it was cool to have the old 1080s graphics cards. So I couldn't technically afford a 1080. So what I could afford was the 1070. So I put a 1070 in the car and into it. And I mean, I got a couple hard drives. I went for all the deals that they had, and they had like 5 different deals going on at once at the time. So what I did was I just went and got as many of the deals as I could. And then the wife like completely went ape on me, because she was so upset that I spent like $1,800 on a computer. She wanted to go to war because I spent $1,800 on a computer. And when I spent the money, it's like, baby, it's going to go to use. It's going to go to use. If I spend all the money now, I don't have to buy it later. And she's like not understanding this. And I said, baby, this will last me for years. And then she's finally Finally, it comes and clicks in. I've had this computer since like 2017 area, whatever. And it's still working fine. I mean, the graphics is a little bit sluggish. I'm looking to update the graphics. I want to update a few things on it. But overall, the processor and everything is fine so far. Gotta tap on the wood. I haven't really had a lot of problems with it. I mean, just like a week or so ago, I had a problem. Yeah, like a week ago, I had a problem. The problem is this game would not load at all. So what I had to do is I had to go through the whole thing, reset everything, redo everything. I basically formatted my OneDrive. So now it's like back up to speed. Hey, what's up, Michael? 95, it's only in 70s here. Yeah, I think it got up to 70, and that's about where it ended. Which is great weather for me. Because I'm like, I can't deal with the heat very well. The heat just kills me. You know what? Slow down timer real quick here. Okay, get time back down. Go into the purchase. Go down here. Construction. Ah, there we go. Farmhouses. I can do a tent. I think that'd look pretty cool though. To do like a tent and like put it back here. Only one item allowed per farm. So, if I back out of that, can I put this? No. What about this? Not enough money. What about this? Only one item per farm. Okay, so I have to get rid of that later on. Okay. No problem. It's kind of cool. I put up a tent in the backyard. Look at it though. Or sleep. Time to wake up. Yeah, let's sleep until 8. This is so much quicker. My team is the Washington Commanders. You mean the Redskins, right? Or the old Redskins, whenever. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh, here we go. This is awesome. Virginia 88, yeah. Oh, I'm a Patriots fan. I've been a Patriots fan for years and years. I've been a Patriots fan since like high school. My mom's like, well, you switched from the Dolphins to the 49ers to the Patriots. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm a Patriots fan now. I've been a Patriots fan for over 10 years, so you can't say anything about it. Now, when you go into baseball, alright? It's Braves. I don't care. It's Braves all the way. I am down for the Atlanta Braves. That's my team. man, he's doing so good. Oh, that's cool. You can run right next to it. So if I run right up the back of it here, alright, it tells me how full it is. Its damage is at 1%. That's cool. Now the fertilization over here is like nothing. Because the crops here took it all. Huh. I think that's awesome. Harvested. All tires and tracks. This here is ready to harvest. Which is cool because now I might be able to afford some other stuff. That's how I'm looking at it. Look at everything as dollar signs, you know? Uh-oh, wife. Everybody hide! What's up, beauty? I was looking for something too earlier. Yeah. I was looking for Wyatt's Scypian, and then I found the red one. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, I get into so many conversations and everything on here. Oh, by the way, guess what? Jeremiah here told me some news. Wife? Yes, wife. Jeremiah here told me some news. You ready for what he said? You have 200 subscribers. The wife's been seeing how hard I've been working on this and everything. I mean, you don't think of this as like working or anything until you actually start doing it and trying to find content and do different things and keep people's like attention and all that. And then it becomes this whole new game. It really does. Boston Red Sox, my team, did it. LA Lakers for NBA. You know, I could never get into the NBA. I never could. I've had a hard time with that. I could get into hockey, which go Devils. I mean, the Red Sox has been a good team throughout the years. They really have. They've always had a very strong crowd, you know? Very passionate followers. But like I said, I've always been Braves. I used to watch them on TBS when I was younger and when I played baseball. And it's always stayed to them. NBA is like really hard to get into. For like soccer and everything. I mean, the US is pretty good. I like the US teams. I do like Brazil. They've been pretty good. I never really could get... I've tried to learn about rugby and stuff. But that's been kind of difficult for me. Because you know how that is in the US. It's like non-existent. Where else? I'm trying to think of what other teams I like. I do not like NASCAR. I cannot get into NASCAR. You're not showing any potential of what people can do in NASCAR by restricting them on everything. You can't. Now, like, there's tons of different things that, I mean, I'm into. But when I say that I have hard times in some areas, I mean I really do. Like I do like the what is it? The Rolex 24 or whatever it is. I like to watch that. You got two different types of cars running up and down this, well, running on this track, taking lefts and rights. You got these 300 horsepower cars matched with like 500 horsepower cars, you know? And it brings a huge challenge in. Like, I also talked to the wife and said, hey, we need to go see something. She's like, what's that? I said, we need to go see something really cool. She's like, what is really cool that you want to see? And I said, the TT. And she's like, what's that? I said, the Isle of Man TT. That is one of the fastest races you will ever watch. I think it would be awesome to go there and watch that race. Stop off at the Isle of Man and just watch that race one time. I mean, that's like a bucket list thing, you know? Man, I got a good, like, amount of corn on here from that. Hit the exit. I want to check some prices now, since I'm actually having corn and all. Since I'm finally able to get crops. Canola, corn, right here. Click. The Pioneer Terminal, which is all the way the other side of the map. Bet you everything's going to be better off over there. But, I mean, these are, like, I love to see things. Formula 1 racing and stuff. Oh, I think that's awesome. Them cars go so fast. Yeah, and these are... I like to see what people can actually do. Like I was talking to the wife, I said, you know, the next muscle car I buy, I think I found it. And she's like, oh yeah? I said, oh, yeah. And then she walked out the door to go to work. I used to have a Challenger. And I made a deal with the ex-wife. If the Challenger goes, she goes. Well, she didn't want to pay bills and stuff like that. And we had this big, huge headache ordeal between the two of us. We didn't work out or anything like that, but I lost the Challenger. There is a thing for the Bugatti that you can drive one, I believe. They do it like every year or two. It's around Vegas or something like that, where they take you onto a track. And you can actually pay like $200-300 and go for a ride. Because my dream car to ride in would be a Nissan GTR. I fell in love with those cars a long time ago. I thought that they were awesome. And then realized that the one that I want is not legal in the US. But, yeah, like I was saying, I mean, I found a new Challenger that I want to get. And it is supposed to be one of the baddest electric cars on the market. And they're supposed to get like 500 miles on one charge. I'm like, huh. Like, another one of the cars that I looked at that I would love to get my hands on is the new Vision by, trying to think of the name, Mercedes. Yes, the Mercedes Vision. I would love to get my hands on one of those. I'm 6'4". You know, some of these cars fit tall people. Like, I was told for bikes that the Ninja H2 will fit somebody 6 foot fine. You know, they'll fit somebody, I think they went up to like 6'6" or something like that, that they will fit somebody that tall fine. Which I have the Ninja 14R, and I fit perfectly fine at like 6'1". Yeah. Like I said, I learned about all these. I love to do research on things. I really do. My Challenger fit me perfectly fine in it. Believe it or not, this will blow your mind. As long as the seat is not cranked all the way to the ceiling from a short wife, I fit in a Kia Sorento fine. Wow. Never really thought I would, but I fit in one. Oh, here's a dream vehicle. Here's a dream vehicle. The Mammoth. The Ram Mammoth. That would be awesome to drive. But, I mean, I also got, like, other cars that I would love to get into. One of my favorite cars is, like, 50s Jaguar Roadsters and stuff like that. I think it's a 240 or something. Jaguar Roadster. It's like from the 50s. I think it's an awesome vehicle. I would honestly love to drive one. But they're so expensive. Yeah, I might take this down. It's filled. 8. What's half of 8? 8,000. I should get about $9,000 on this load, I figure. Just off the top of my head. Anything over 9,000 is just a win for me. So that would put me up to like $30,000. $32,000 that area, which is a big win for me. I love this trailer though. I think it's awesome. It's a very diversified trailer, and it's very unique how it's built. The looks on it are amazing. Get down here, empty this off. Probably refill the tractor. It needs some go-go juice into it. That I would like to get is a Jeep. Oh, you're looking at something simple. Oh, maybe not the, extra naming, but the Jeep Grand Cherokee? Those are like a dime a dozen. And I mean, if you look for an older one, I mean, that ain't a bad idea. Alright, let's dump some corn. Kinda corny in here, I know, I have that feeling I'm gonna hit that ceiling. Ooh, that was close. 9,000. What did I say? 9,000. Ha! I love it. Love it, you gorgeous. Want to grab me something to drink if you got time? But yeah, like I'm saying, I mean, I look into a lot of different things. Simply, right now, what I would look at, okay, for my first vehicle, if I was to start off again right now, this is going to sound completely wrong in so many different levels, but something like a Prius, a Toyota. Seriously, a decent Toyota car would be great to have, especially a hybrid car would be amazing to have right now because of the mileage on those are through the roof. Electric cars right now are the way to go. Especially if you can get like a warranty on the batteries and everything else. You can get good warranty on the car. Electric is the way to go. Also, another one to go with is Subaru. Subaru would be another amazing ride to have. Subaru would be another amazing ride to go with because of the warranty on the cars. I got me a Ram 1500. It's a 2016 truck. But you also got to look at another little simple fact behind the whole session. I drive 1 mile to work. I got a state job. I drive 1 mile to work. And matter of fact, this whole state job I was thinking about, they have it where I can get into take schooling through them. And I was planning on looking into that. I'll take over from here. I was thinking about getting into the whole schooling through work and do business classes to start my own business. I got a buddy who came out of school. Me and him met at a strip club, believe it or not. It's kind of a cool story. But anyhow, me and him talked for a while and he said, oh, I want to start my own business. I said, what's holding you back? He goes, well, I don't know about this and I don't know about this. And then he went out into the real world to try to find a job. And when he went into the real world to find a job, what happened is everything failed and crumbled on him. So I looked at him and said, why don't you start your own business? He's like, well, I don't know. And he tried to make up excuses. And I basically told him to knock it off. Just go start your business. So he started his business. And he said right now, with his business going, okay, he's making enough money to cover bills. He's making enough money for himself on the side. He's making enough money for everything. After a stream, look up the Peel P50. Alright, I'll check into it. Oh, wrong button. I wanted this one instead. But he started up his own business, and when he started up his own business, he was just saying like how happy he is about it, you know? How thrilled he is about his business. How everything's starting just to come together. And he started up a motorcycle shop. And he does two things really well. He works on bikes really well, and he is very honest. Yeah, you know what the scarier part of the two of those are? The honesty. Yeah. He will tell somebody exactly what he thinks in a heartbeat. Forget the feelings. He's not into feelings or anything like that. It's, hey, this is this, and this is exactly how it's going to be. And when somebody threatens to take their bike or whatever somewhere else, he's like, okay, you'll be back. He's had very few customers that did not return. When they see the prices of the big names and everything in the area, when people see those prices, it's like they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. And he's like, told you. And that's how simple he is, too. You'll be back. I'm not worried. And if you do leave, thank you, because I have so much work right now, is another thing he says. Because he's not lying. There's so many people that go to him at the current time. He's backed up for months. And he works 7 days a week. Sundays is one of those days that if the door's open, I'm working. If it's closed, I'm still at home. So it's like he'll go out on Saturday with some friends, whatever, but it's usually he's right into work every day. Man, come a little bit. There we go. Got you in. Get you over the hole now. And empty. Man, our $3,000. That was pretty nice right there. It took a while to get it, but that worked out really nice. 9 3 is 12. 12,000 off of that little area. Honestly, that paid for a lot of stuff. I'm just delivering it to the closer area because of the time frame. But anyhow, I got my objectives done. Objective was do some trees, which I did cut down some trees. Yay! Speaking of that, tab. Get out. Walk around. Oh. Is this what I thought it was? Oh no, it's something else. I thought those were grapes. I'm gonna be like, what? Are those seriously grapes? Walk around or sell wood. I sold all my wood. I got a bunch of logs on, sold a bunch of wood and everything. That was one objective. Objective 2 was to do some harvesting. Got that all done. But you know what? Honestly, it's starting to get late. I got a bunch of things to do. I got work in the morning and everything. So, as I say every day, have a good day, have a good day, have a good evening. Have a good whatever it is when you're watching this. Be safe. Have fun. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will talk with you all later. Have a great night, everybody.